Hi, my name's Taj Sahota, and this is the web page for NMproject. So NMproject is basically an R package to script your model development in non-mem. Installation in CRAN is pretty straightforward. You just do install.packages NMproject, and you'll need non-mem and PSN in order for it to work. It works though out of the box for standalone laptop and desktop installations, and we've also got it working on large grid installations in AstraZeneca and GSK. So just scrolling down, there's a couple of code snippets here that illustrate the core object, which has been completely redesigned. So let's say you're mid-development and you already have an object M2 which contains your non-mem code and metadata associated with a particular run. And we want to create a new object, M2WT, which has body weight as a covariate on it. So going step by step, we start with our parent object, and then we create a child object. Now, every object needs a run identifier, which links the object to the naming of the files that it's about to create. So here we just use the same M2WT. And then once we've got our child object, we feed that into the add_cov function, which adds body weight as a covariate on clearance using a power law relationship. And then the final step is just to run the run in PSN. Now, if you look at the reference section of the web page, you'll see lots of other control file manipulation functions that do different things to your code other than adding covariates. And if you, for whatever reason, don't find what you're looking for, we do have the flexibility to do fully tracked, reproducible manual edits, which allows you full flexibility. And you can check in our studio at each step how we're modifying the control file. So going down further, we see a few more examples. Here's an example using simulation, which produces custom VPC and PPC reports. And then at the very bottom here, we've got an example on the showing off the vectorization. So over here, we start with the same singular parent object, but this time when we produce the child, we're actually producing 5 separate child objects. It goes from a length 1 vector to a length 5 vector associated with 5 different model runs. Then each of these runs is randomly perturbed for their initial estimates of theta using a normal distribution function in this case. And then similarly, we're using, in this example, a random perturbation of omega using a uniform distribution here. And then to keep all these 5 runs organized, we run them all in their own subdirectory. And then the last step runs them all with PSN. So they all end up with the standard PSN directory structure at the end of the day. Now, what you'll notice is that we didn't use any loops or anything like that in this. This is the only R package that I know of currently that has a fully vectorized model object. And this gives a powerful syntax for doing complicated things like adaptive trial simulations and simulation re-estimation. The oncology example in the references is actually a good example of this. So the big strength in coding in this way is that you're essentially creating a workflow as you're going, a fully reapplicable, reusable workflow that can be used, manual edits and all, on other data sets at almost the press of a button. There's also a lot of other functionality which I haven't gone through. There's the code library and other things. And you can read all about these in the vignette, or you can install the package and run through the demo. Also, feel free to contact me by email if you have any questions.